Hey everyone, welcome back to my latest solo trapping video. Today we'll be showcasing a 135 million mite solo trap that's running a different comp than you usually see. So we'll be kicking it old school with a tier 2, tier 1 comp on Bad Man in Town. So shout out to Bad Man in Town for sending this video in. On this count, he has almost 8 million tier 2 gladiators, 8.5 tier 1 range, and 9.5 tier 1 cab. So a little bit of an old school comp, a little bit of a twist, a massive front line of 8 million troops, and he's going to be taking solos until he's pretty much out. He's not going to be healing at all during this. He's going to take over 80 solo attacks in 2 rallies in the video today. So I hope you guys are ready for this. Again, shout out to Bad Man in Town for sending in this clip today. If you guys want to see your clips showcased on my channel, make sure you add me online and send me your clips. Again, make sure they're uploaded to YouTube so I can just get them off of there, and that's all I need. Just send me the clip, like, hey, I just want to showcase my clip on your channel, or please let me showcase my clip on your channel, or whatever. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's a griffin trap, solo trap, maybe you have an awesome rally you did where you smacked them for 10 million troops, or something like that, or you have a crazy trap like this where you trap 80 people during Dragon Arena without healing. So here comes the gangbang. He's going to be giving back them all their leaders so they can keep going. He wants to see how well he does and how low he can go. Again, he will not be healing at all during this video. He has a massive front line, so he probably won't need to heal for quite a while. If you guys are looking at this comp and thinking, hey, I love this comp, I want to try it out, keep in mind a Titan or a maxed account or a really good rally lead going to hit you really hard. So that was the reason we switched away from these comps in the first place. They worked out amazingly before, let's say, the Pack 5 Familiars came out and all that. Again, I was running this comp probably up until the Pack 5 Familiars came out. Even when Mythic came out, it was still fine. Just had to be a little bit bigger. But after those Pack 5 Familiars came out, it kind of ruined the Tier 1, Tier 2 comp, just because those Pack 5 Familiars hit your backline, and now they're doing like 1 million damage to just the Tier 1. Again, you can still cap people, but those max Titan stuff might have a chance to walk back from you, and they're going to be doing quite a bit of damage. So keep that in mind. This comp might not work against people with amazing stats, but people with like okay stats to like pretty decent stats, this trap will still work quite well. Again, I was capping 600% blast on my 32 mil mite baby trap with a similar comp, obviously much smaller than this comp, but code number 7 every video. But again, it does work out quite well, so keep that in mind while we're watching this video, that this comp works well against people who are not crazy in their stats. So again, the people attacking him in today's video are not crazy in stats, so they don't have a chance at all against this comp. So here you get to see what it can do and how long it can actually last. You can see he is currently getting hit so much now. There is a bunch of attacks coming in right now. He is giving back their leaders because he wants them to keep going and keep having fun. This is fun for both people when you do this, by the way, in Dragon Arena, because no one's losing troops, no one cares. So I love Dragon Arena. It was probably the best free-to-play event that they put out, where you could have some fun with your accounts and stuff and not worry about losing troops, because that's the main thing about free-to-play accounts is you can't rebuild troops like the pay-to-play account can. So it's really hard to maybe go into Fury, join in Wonder Wars and stuff like that, because you just can't afford to keep losing your troops. You can see our trap does have some quite good gear. I don't think he's level 60 yet looking at his gear, because you can see it is like a full mythic kind of like free-to-play kind of gear going on with really good jewels in there. So he actually has over 400% stats. Again, which are a little surprising sometimes when you see it, but it's a lot of the time your jewels are something that you really need to work on if you are trapping. So if you're watching this video wondering how you can make your trap better, make sure you work on your jewels if you're free to play. The gear is really hard to get. It's something you probably won't get if you're free to play. If you're low pay to play, sure, you can do the material madness, get some chests and stuff, and eventually you'll have some decent gear. But if you're a free to play account, you're not going to get many chests. So you probably be stuck with free to play gear. So the only thing you can do is actually get those those jewels. So go for the jewels. Use all your guild coins on jewels if you aren't migrating constantly and stuff like that. make sure you're doing that because that will make your gear way better. Anyway, so let's get into the video again. He is currently getting smacked here a bunch. A lot of these attacks aren't doing crazy damage either. You can see his might is dropping. He's down to 125 million might. He's down 1.7 million in his front line so far. Again, they will keep going for quite a while here, but let's see here. Let's take a look, and they are messaging him. By the way, he was in contact with the people who are hitting him. He's like, yeah, I'll give them back your leaders. Just go have some fun and stuff like that. So really good job to both guilds here, just having some fun. Obviously, his guild isn't doing too well. It looks like they have all the forts, the other guild, so they obviously have the attack boost. He does not have the attack boost, if you guys are wondering. I believe his guild has 0 points, so they obviously have no wonder. So, so if you're wondering who has the attack boost, it is the other guild. They have all the attack boost. I'm not sure how much the attack boost is on this one, but it's probably not a crazy high what's called Dragon Arena, so it's probably only like 200% or less. It's not the max one you get at the top levels where it's 300%. It's probably less than 200%, maybe a little bit. It's either 100 or 200%. I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, so they are trying to gangbang him at this point, but it doesn't really matter with the gangbang. They can go one at a time all they want because he's not healing, so gangbang is not a thing. He's also not countering, he's just staying in the one Phalanx, because if you have a 6 million troop front line, then you just don't need to switch ever. So that's what he's doing too. He's just kind of sitting here wondering what's going on, or not wondering, but seeing what's going on. It's crazy how this comp still works so well. Obviously, he does have good gear. Actually, he has, I say it's free to play gear, but it's not. It's free level 60 gear because he does have a mythic, what's called, not a queen bee, what's that thing called? The ones with the halos. Bon Appetit chest, which is definitely not free to play. He's got a code number 8. Solo traps. Mythic, basically, that means you need a lot of golds for that. So he's not a free-to-play account, but he's running free level 60 gear. So once he hits level 60, he's probably going to have some good gear, because this is not a free-to-play account. But the jewels are something, again, you can get as a free-to-play account. It just takes quite a while, because my free-to-play trap that I run, it has almost full gold jewels now. I'm just missing a couple, but it's getting there, and it's doing quite well. So after 40 years, there's definitely a chance. I'm getting a message, so I'm just going to get out that way. So I'll talk to that guy later. But anyways, you can see all the attacks he has. It's over 60 so far attacks. And again, he is getting hit. Most of these were with his leader. You can see he's down to 6 million, so he's lost about 2 million in his front line. But yeah, so he's basically giving them the leader back every single time so they can have as much attack damage as possible, so you can keep hitting them and keep going as much as they want. He will eventually take some rallies from these guys as well. Again, that's like a full cab blast into his thing, not doing too much damage either. Again, like I said, he's a infantry frontline. He doesn't switch at all, so all these attacks, that was a full cab blast, did 181k, but these guys, keep in mind, these guys are not Titans, so that 181k is probably like over 1 million if it was an actual Titan, just based on the stats. But they are, but keep in mind, also when you're watching this, they probably have a massive attack boost. So somebody you'd see, oh, he probably has 500% attack. If they have all the forts in Dragon Arena, it might be closer to 700%. They will not have the familiars and stuff that a normal 700% guy will have, or the HP and defense, but they will have 700% attack, just because they have those altars, that the dragon altars that give the 50% boosts. Again, I don't know how much it is in this video, because I didn't really get to see the rest of it, but it's either 100 to 200% more attack, so it's quite a bit. So yeah, so there's one other thing I want to tell you guys about when you're thinking about these traps is, yeah, like I said, the Pack 5 familiars will be hitting the backline for tier 1, so keep in mind, if the guys have Pack 5 familiars, you'll be taking quite a bit of damage. Obviously, none of these guys do, because you can see in his infirmaries, all there is happening is getting the tier 2 frontline in his infirmary, so no one really has Pack 5 familiars, which is saving his troops. But he does have 8 million frontline, so eventually, if he's getting gangbanged, his frontline would be taking the Pack 5 familiar damage, because he'd be losing his cav first, and then his range, and then he'd be cav range, and then eventually just be a mix of everything. So he does have quite a bit of troops. He has 22 million, so he probably could take some hits, maybe cap some Titans, but then after that, he's probably going to start burning. So if you want to run this comp, keep in mind, do not be going after Titans with the comp, but anyone else, it's totally fine, and it keeps your might quite low. Like, you probably don't even need a crazy high comp that he has. You can see he's getting down almost 2 million or of his front line already lost. He's still capping these guys quite fine. Honestly, he could probably cap them with only, like 3 million in his front line, 2 million in his front line, still capping these guys really easy. So if you want to be a little bit lower, you could always try run this comp, or just try a different thing. Again, he's a C25, so he's going to be doing better than, let's say, a C16 would do, just because the base stats are so much higher. Like, the base stats on a C25 is like 200% attack higher or something like that, because you get the army attack plus the basic attack, because oh, here comes the rally, sorry. I missed the start of the rally. So this is going to be the first rally he takes in this video. It is a 1.2 million troop range rally, so we'll see how he does against the rally. It's not a full rally or anything like that. I would not expect a 121 mil might account to take a full rally, but this is actually pretty cool. The first rally they go range. He did ask them to go range because guess what? If they went cab the first one, he might burn on the first rally, so it's not much fun. He won't be able to take as many rallies, and then he might actually have to heal in between that to get his troops back, so he might not burn on the cab, but he would still lose quite a bit of his front line, and then you have to heal to take another rally. So he decided to ask them to do range first. They did range first. He ended up winning the rally. Didn't quite cap it. They walked back with like 1,000 troops, so it was so close to capping it. And again, keep in mind, they have the attack boost, not him during this, so if he had the attack boost, he probably would have capped that pretty easily. But again, they are going to be going for code number 9. Do not. Some solo attacks in between that, and he's going to ask them to do a infantry rally next, so we'll see how he does against an infantry rally. They don't do cab. He kind of ran out of time because he had to go to work, but he did get a second rally in here as well before he actually had to leave, so we'll get to see that one. Here comes the spam here. So this is the pre-rally spam. Usually during pre-rally spam, you're sending one troop at someone, but since this is Dragon Arena, they're sending full marches as pre-rally spam, so it's pretty cool to see, because, again, you don't get to see this normally. Other than that one guy who tried to solo my solo trap and lost 600 million might outside of Dragon Arena. That was the only time I've ever seen something like this that wasn't Dragon Arena. Then I got like, what was it, like 30 million kills off the guy, and he lost 600 million might. That was fun. Again, he ended up quitting after that, but that was a lot of fun, because, again, I wasn't expecting it. You never expect someone to basically just keep soloing you as Dragon Arena like this. But anyways, so let's see here. They are doing this spam now. Some people are sending one troops, but most of them are actually just sending 200k tier 4s at him. You can see his might is slowly dropping during this as well, because again, they are sending it real attacks, so he is losing a little bit of troops at a time. They are chipping away at that front line. I think before this rally hits, he's already lost 3 million of his front line, so he's down to, what was he at? 5 million left, I guess, before this rally comes in, so we'll see how he does. Let's see, the rally leads with 700 million might. Again, these guys don't have crazy gear or anything, but he is still 700 million might. Who's going to be attacking him? Let's see what the rally is. I believe he asked them to send infantry, so it should be an infantry rally. He is kind of going through there, waiting for it to come in. Let's see, yeah, he's lost almost 3 million in his front line before this rally comes in too, so about 6 seconds away, so we'll just wait a couple seconds here, and the rally should be coming in right now. Let's take a look. It's 1.2 million troops. There is some tier 5 in there, actually, so someone has tier 5 in their guild, and the rally's coming in. Let's see if he burns or not. Doesn't look like he's burning yet. He's waiting for the reports, not looking at his castle, so we'll see if he burned, but it doesn't look like there's any failed there, so it doesn't look like he burned, and no, he did not burn. It was really close, lost 900k on the rally, but was almost able to cap it. Again, they walked back with the troops, unfortunately, and there's a bunch of guys sending their leaders at him during the spam, so he ended up losing a bunch of those. But yeah, so again, he did amazing. He took 2 rallies, still is not healed. He's only 107 million might, so he's lost over 30 million might, and he's still capping them pretty easily and almost capping the rally. So keep in mind, that's how the power of this comp. It's very low might comp. for how many troops it is. But again, like I said, Pack 5 Familiars doesn't work with Tier 1. But if you're not going for Titans and you're in a smaller kingdom, this might be a good comp to try out if you want to have some fun. Again, you can't really scale this up from there. This is kind of as strong as the comp gets, so if you want to go for Titan trapping, you're probably going to have to go to Tier 2, Tier 3 comp, or the Tier 2, Tier 4 comp. Those are kind of the current comps for that. This comp works okay well against normal guys and stuff like that. You can cap them all day, but like I said, once you get those Titans, it starts getting hard. So anyways, again, shout out to our person who sent it in. What's his name again? Bad Man in Town. Yeah, sorry, I forgot his name by the end of the video, but shout out to Bad Man in Town for sending in today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys found all the stuff today. If you liked the video, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one.